is Genevieve. You can call us Vic and Jen, and we are the co-founders of SuperFastDiet. And we are really, really excited about going live with you this week for our series of video masterclasses. We are going to teach you so much about intermittent fasting and how it can work for you. So comment, just let us know that you're here. Ask any questions at all that you like, but just say, I'm here. That would be fantastic so that we know that you're watching us. We were just like you a little while ago, weren't we?
Absolutely. We've been through the weight loss struggle, and I know that Vicky is the same as me in that I've tried absolutely everything out there. And not only have I tried everything out there, but I've actually worked in weight loss and fitness for many years. And I have seen so many people struggle, and it's the same reasons time over again. And I finally myself, I struggled too, and then I finally myself found an answer. And it was so powerful, and it's been so powerful for so many that we had to share it with you all. So I've lost 30 kilos, Vicky's lost 10 kilos. We have so many family and friends who have got amazing results, our husbands and children, and then extended family. Then we had a Facebook group because it was working so well for us, and then now we've turned it into a program, which is so exciting.
Yeah,
we're getting the most amazing results.
So what we are going to cover in this video is really, really exciting. So we are going to tell you how we discovered intermittent fasting, and following that we are going to tell you how intermittent fasting actually works, why it's so powerful, and what the 6 dieting methods are. When you put all the diets together in the world, you can pretty much put them into 6 different categories, and they don't all work, let me tell you, and I'm sure you know that yourself. We're going to talk about our results, and we are going to interview 2 of our super duper heroes, both called Marianne.
It's the 2 Marianne day today.
The 2 Mariannes, pure coincidence. So let's talk about why other weight loss plans fail. Do you want to talk to that, Jen?
Certainly can. And by the way, if you have to go for any reason, this is all in a downloadable for you today, so you can just simply download it all if you don't get the time to do that. So we've also got some other great downloadables as well. There's a quiz, as well as all what we've just talked about, all the 6 different types of diets, including the particular one that works that we're going to talk about today. So why do other diets fail? Okay, well, first of all, one diet is the one that you're on 24/7, and that's calorie restriction. Now, didn't work for me because I just found it was just too hard to maintain. I just did not want to live on a carrot stick and a lettuce leaf for the rest of my life. And I probably was able to have the discipline to be able to lose the weight, but I could never maintain that because I just didn't want to live that lifestyle.
No. So who can do that 1,200 to 1,400 calories every day, 7 days a week anyway? That's just really boring.
Exactly, that's right. Yeah. And so that one doesn't work very well at all. Anything where you have to count all the time, I think people can't stand doing that. Then the next one is where you've got the one that's really confusing for people, and it's also difficult, and you don't have enough time to keep following it as well.
Yeah, that's right. And then we have elimination diets. They are really, really restrictive. Eliminating any kind of food, that just doesn't work, really. It's crazy. Yeah. So, but SuperFastDiet is really different, and that's what we're going to talk to you about today. It is part-time and unbreakable, and we're going to tell you exactly what we mean by part-time. That means you don't have to diet all of the time, which is awesome. And it's unbreakable. Do you want to explain unbreakable?
Well, it means because if you do go out that day and you have a lunch on or a dinner on, or you just simply want to eat something that's in front of you, it doesn't matter because you can just go and do the diet the next day. Because it's part-time, it's only some of the time, which means that you've got other days where you don't have to do the diet. So it means that you can be really flexible. And we have some amazing results so far. A lot of you would have seen Shelley Horton on the Today Show on Saturday telling you about her journey with us. And also, we've got so many fantastic results. I think Vicky's got a couple there that she's going to just read out to you that we've had already. We only launched this program in January, and we have had the most astounding results in that time.
Shall I read some out, Jen?
Certainly.
I've just screenshotted our Facebook page here. Lisa says, I love it. I'm on the part-day method. We've got different methods. We'll tell you about that later. And it has changed my life. I feel in control of my eating, and the results show 8 kilos down and counting already. And we only just launched in January. And as you know, Shelley Horton's had amazing results. She's lost 13 kilos and been able to keep it off. Then there was Jenny. She is doing our 2-day method. And she said, for the first time in my life, I'm actually enjoying something that is really working and is so flexible.
And so many people have said that. This is the first time that something's actually worked for them, and they've tried all these other methods.
Kelly says, I can't stop raving about it to my friends. I started on the 5th of February. We actually started the program on 5/2. I'm a teacher, so I fast Tuesday and Thursday. I keep my weekends free. I thought I would be cranky at the students on those days. That's called it being hangry. But I actually look forward to them. And I'm so disciplined because I know I can have the chocolate the next day. I've lost 9 kilos. I have not done any real exercise, but I do move around a bit at work. So isn't that amazing? And then Samantha says, this has been amazing. I have chronic fatigue, and for the first time in 4 years, I feel fantastic, and the weight loss is a great bonus. So we can go on, there's pages and pages
of comments that we get, but we've got some of our people on our program who want to share with you their results. We have Tracy, who's lost 24 kilos. That's Tracy Watson. And we've got Jane Sandbrook, who's lost 13 kilos. We've got Jacqueline, who's lost 9 kilos in 6 weeks. We have Marianne, one of the Mariannes who's here today. She's lost 22 kilos. We've got Rebecca Ward, who's lost 21 kilos, and just so many more. I think we've counted that we've lost 5,000 kilos now.
We've actually lost an African elephant between us. But we want to also let you know why people fail at intermittent fasting.
And we'd love you to tell us, what have you tried? Jump on and comment and tell us what you've tried. And don't forget that we've also got fantastic downloadables for you if you don't have time to stay, and we can tell you all about what we're talking about today.
Plus, can I just show our magazine?
Absolutely.
SuperFastDiet. It's virtually sold out, but we do have some copies left in our office, and we'd love to give some away today. So we're going to be giving some away really, really soon.
That's right.
So all you need to do is share the link on your timeline. Just share this post on your timeline and come back, comment shared, and we'll be selecting some people to get a free magazine, and we'll be giving some away later as well. So that's what you've got to do. Share, come back, comment shared, and you're in the running for the magazine.
I think we should also now maybe talk about how we met today, because it's quite a story. I mentioned before that I used to work in weight loss. In fact, Vicky and I worked at Gloria Marshall years and years ago, and that's how we met, which was, they used to call them figure salons in those days. Yeah, we kid you not.
And if you know who Gloria Marshall figure salons are, you are really old, like us.
But Gloria was probably the main competitor to Jenny Craig at the time, so they were pretty big. And we started there, and we probably at that time even thought that we would do a program ourselves. We were, really enjoying it, and we thought, we love motivating people and teaching them about weight loss and being healthy, and we should do our own business one day. And so here we are. We used to catch up for birthday lunches over the years. Vicky went off into producing magazines, and I actually went off back into the fitness industry, but we kept in contact. And then we started talking about how we were struggling with weight ourselves. So
even knowing what we knew,
but we were so frustrated because we knew everything, or we thought we knew everything, but we knew a lot, and it just wasn't working for us. And
until you saw your brother-in-law.
Yeah, and then I met my brother-in-law, and he was literally half the size from when I had seen him at a party 3 months earlier, and he had been doing this thing called intermittent fasting. So I said, well, you better tell me what that is, because I need to do that. And so then he said, it's really, one of my sister-in-laws said, oh, I don't think I could do that. I don't think I could stick to like 500 calories on a day. And he looked me in the eye and he said, you know what? It's easy when you know how. And so I gave it a go. And I did do some research into it. And in fact, then Vicky and I started to do a lot of research into it, and we found all these amazing methods of intermittent fasting that were just so good and so easy to do. So we would absolutely love you to jump on and make a comment, and don't forget to share right now too, so that we reach more people.
Yeah, thanks for all the shares, guys.
Yeah,
keep sharing and comment shared, and you'll win a magazine.
Anyway, so we had tried everything, and so after doing our research, we then decided that we would show you the different categories of diets and what the reasons are that they don't work. So as we mentioned before, we've talked about the calorie counting one and why that didn't work, and then of course the second very popular method, and I really know a lot about this because I worked in fitness for so long, and that is the burn to earn diets.
Otherwise known as personal trainers that make you vomit.
That's right, and I've certainly had a lot of those in my time, I can tell you. But I mean, exercise is fantastic and we love it and we really endorse it. In fact, we've got exercise programs on our program. But with the diet that we're talking about, you actually don't have to exercise to lose weight, but we do encourage it. But truly, you can lose weight by doing a lot of exercise, but you have to do a lot of exercise, and it's not really realistic for most people, and it's certainly not sustainable to be exercising that often.
Who's got the time?
That's it, yeah. So it's really more about what you eat is the point, and exercise helps.
Yeah.
So the third diet is elimination diets, and that's where you're eliminating certain foods out of your diet, like for example the no carb idea. And that was extremely popular for a long time, and we do know that that really helps, but it's also so severe, you know, because it's not really balanced.
No.
You know, when you're leaving out certain food groups out of your diet, it's not really ideal for nutrition.
Low fat's another one, doesn't it?
Low fat, another one.
It's been proven.
That's right,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then there are the really rigid, inflexible meal plans. So you're told what to eat 7 days a week, and you have to stick to that meal plan. Well, that just sets you up for failure.
Well, I've done those before, and quite frankly, it's like, well, I don't like that.
No, that's right.
So
Yeah. Don't forget to do our quiz. We've got a quiz in the link, and you can get your own feedback and also download all the information about all the different diets, and that's right in the link.
great.
Yeah, so we would love to encourage you to keep commenting and ask anything that you like.
We're going to be doing some question time very soon.
Yes.
So back to our diets. We've
Number
got
5.
Number 5 is a meal replacement. That's the shakes and the pills and the potions and all of that. And sometimes that can help. We're not against it,
No.
but really we like real food and just normal food that you buy in the supermarket and the market, and we encourage healthy eating because, you know, if you go off a meal replacement, well, what happens after that?
That's right. You can't live on shakes for the rest of your life. I like to chew.
There's something about chewing.
There is something about chewing.
It's very
And then number 6 is the winner, which is intermittent fasting or the part-time diet. And we have done a lot of research on intermittent fasting, haven't we,
We
Jen?
sure have. We've even travelled the world to find the best scientists and doctors who are the experts and who actually came up with this concept in the first place. For example, on our board of advisors, we have Dr. Krista Varady. She was the person who actually discovered intermittent fasting, and she came across that herself because she was actually studying cancer markers in mice, and they kept losing weight.
Yeah, she tried to show how intermittent fasting was really healthy for
Yeah,
the
that's
mice, and she tried to separate that from the weight loss, but no matter what she did, the mice kept losing weight. So then she thought, actually, this is really good for weight loss. So that was years and years ago, wasn't it?
It was
Yeah.
indeed. And so we've found, we've had all the top doctors and scientists, and we've found all different methods that really work for you, and we have 3 in particular, and when you get the downloadable it will explain about that for you as well. But we've got Michelle on the line now, and she's asked a question. She's had lap band surgery, and she still needs... Hi Michelle. And she still needs to lose 20 kilos, and she's saying help, and we get it. And you may have even seen Shelley Horton on the Today Show on Saturday. She actually did a story on the fact that she had had the surgery and how it hadn't worked for her, and so many other people have had similar stories about that, and however this has worked for Shelley. So we're here to help you.
And it can certainly be combined with if you've had surgery, certainly you can still do intermittent fasting. I'm sure your doctor would absolutely agree with that.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
for sure. So please make comments. We're going to be getting to all your questions shortly.
Type some comments. Yeah, we'd love to answer your comments. And also we have Dr. Jason Fung. If you've ever done any research into intermittent fasting, you would know that he is the world leading expert. He's based in Toronto in Canada. He's written all these books like The Obesity Code and The Complete Guide to Fasting. If there's anything to know about fasting, he's the man. And he's on our advisory board, and he's just phenomenal. And he's the one that explains, it really just went off like a light bulb in my head when he explained how intermittent fasting works so well. So basically, I'll try to keep it really simple. The way it works that if you're eating all the time, your body is drawing from your glycogen, and it doesn't actually burn fat very easily. But if you give your body a rest from eating, it is forced to draw on your fat stores. So in a nutshell, that's a very unscientific way of explaining it.
I thought it was really scientific myself. I thought it was great. But yes, I agree. So it's all about the period of time that you're not eating for, and how, and the effects that has on the cells in your body. So it's the most effective thing, and it's so good for your health as well. And he's a nephrologist, by the way, Dr. Jason Fung, and he's very passionate about helping reverse type 2 diabetes.
And we have a very special promotional offer, which we'll let you know at the end as well.
Yes, that's right. Stay tuned.
But before we do that, we want to introduce you to Mary Ann Fennell. And I am going to scoot. Oh no, you're going to scoot.
Okay, I will scoot then.
No, I'm going to scoot. I'm getting confused. I've forgotten which Mary Ann we were going to.
That's all right, Vic. Yeah. I'm going to introduce you to Mary Ann Fennell.
Bye. I'll be back.
Come on over, Mary Ann. I'm sure everybody's just dying to hear about your story. Very, very exciting. She's absolutely beautiful. Look at her. This is Mary Ann. Come and sit down, Mary Ann. Yes, Mary Ann Fennell. And Mary Ann, I might just ask you a couple of questions so that you can tell everybody, your experience of SuperFastDiet. So what was life like before SuperFastDiet for you?
Well, my weight has yo-yoed. I grew up as a slim person. Then I suppose sort of coming up towards menopause, I put on a lot of weight, and I sort of remember turning 40, and I didn't want to be fat in 40. Then when I got up past 50, I lost the weight at 40, and then it came back on again. I've only tried Weight Watchers, and I've always exercised, but the exercise didn't seem to take any of the weight off. But then I discovered this whole new way of life with SuperFastDiet, and that seems to have been a big success, and I've lost 14 kilos.
Looking fabulous, my goodness. And Mary Ann, you've always exercised though, haven't you?
Yeah.
But you didn't lose the weight with just the exercise alone.
No.
But this has worked for you.
It does. I think my system needs time to sort of recover from eating, so a bit of a fast helps.
And why does SuperFastDiet work for you?
I suppose in general you eat less. If you're doing, I do the part-time. I don't do the part day? Sorry, I do the part day.
Yeah.
So I often don't eat breakfast and don't eat lunch, and then eat dinner. But I don't I'm too lazy to count all the calories. So if I'm trying to do a fast day, I will just have fish or something lighter. But if I'm just in general, sometimes I will have lunch. Sometimes I'll have just whatever's going for dinner. It can be pasta, it can be anything you want.
So what you're saying is that it's completely flexible for you, because I know you've just been on a couple of big cruises, haven't you? And you've still maintained your weight loss, which has been amazing.
Yeah.
So we know how much food are on those cruises.
I did, and
drinks.
I ate and drank, and I didn't really fast on the cruises, but I didn't put on weight because I probably didn't eat as huge a meal as I would have before. And then when I got back, I just got back into all the my fast days, and it just worked.
That's awesome.
You just pull back when you need to.
That's so good. And so what's life like for you now?
Well, before, when I went shopping, I'd be looking for like kaftani type tops.
Yeah, I relate to that too.
And now I'm happy to wear like a more fitted top. And
You've even got horizontal stripes on, and you look fabulous.
That's right. I hope so. And I'll wear tighter jeans and things like that.
And if you want to ask Marianne a question, jump on and ask a question, guys. And so, what is it that you like the most about SuperFastDiet, Marianne? What's different about it?
I like the Unbreakable.
Unbreakable.
Because you can be porky some days, but then you just go, well, I'll eat a bit less another day. And it's just so easy. It wasn't hard to do. I haven't really lost much lately, but I've managed to maintain while still having Christmas and Easter and everything else, so I'm quite happy with that.
Yes, well, you're looking fantastic. So Michelle has a question. She wants some ideas to eat. What do you eat on a feast day, and what do you eat on a fast day? So what are your favourites, Marianne?
Well, on a feast day, I'll just eat anything, and anything goes, and I'll have wine with dinner.
That's my favourite bit. I love to know that I can have my wine. That's my favourite. I'm a wine cheese girl.
Yeah. I have taken up having my gin with soda, and I just put a little, squeeze a bit of lime and put a quarter of a lime into it, so that's not as fattening as having the tonic water.
Oh, look, we've got a funny comment from Susan over here. She's lost 6 kilos in 8 weeks on our program, and she's still having wine. So there you go. So she's asking a question, will having the wine slow down the weight loss? Look, on this diet, because it's some of the time you're dieting and some of the time you're eating, you can still enjoy having your wine. And we've got Christine now who's asked a question. She wants to know, how many calories should I eat on a fast day? It actually does vary from person to person, and we have a calculator on our program that will work out the exact calories for you. But an average woman on, and it depends on whether you're on a 2-day-a-week fast method or a 3-day-a-week. We have all different ones. And if you're on a 2-day, it would be 500 calories, a 3-day, 1,000 calories, and the other days you'd be having 2,000 calories. Or you can do our part day, which is roughly around 1,600 calories. So Christine's asking, do I have to count calories on my feast days? Look, I think it's a good idea for you to get to know how many calories are in things, but we also offer you meal plans as well on our program, so you can follow those if you prefer not to count calories. But I think it's good if you get to know what calories are in your favourite foods, and it doesn't take long for you to learn that anyway. You know, if you like to have an egg and you know there's 70 calories in an egg, you just learn that if that's something that you'd have on a regular basis.
Or like on a fast day, I find if I have like a lean piece of chicken and maybe couscous and a salad, or fish and salad, that sort of thing, it works.
Yeah, exactly.
And I don't kind of count the calories. but I do kind of know that they're less calories. I'm quite addicted to those soups.
Yes.
There's,
Soups are great, actually, because they're good fillers for you, aren't they?
Yeah.
And also, well, Marianne, thank you so much. It was so lovely to chat to you.
Pleasure. I hope it helps.
Oh, it's a great help. Thank you for inspiring others. So I might introduce you to Marianne O'Connor now, and we'll swap the Mariannes. And I think Vicky's going to interview Marianne O'Connor. But you know, like all these questions that you're asking, guys, don't forget to download, and you'll find out more information from it. Okay.
Moving. Woohoo! Come on, Marianne. Marianne number 2.
Hello.
And we are also going to let you know later on, we have got an amazing promotion for you. So if you're even half contemplating doing SuperFastDiet, stay tuned, because we've got something amazing to tell you. But that's enough for now. I want to talk about Mary Ann, who is actually a really famous author. She even gets recognised when she goes out. Mary Ann O'Connor, what are the names of, I know the names of your books, Wallflower, Gallipoli Street, what other ones have you written?
Worth Fighting For.
Worth Fighting For.
There's another one coming next year. You have to wait.
Very exciting. So because Mary Ann's an author, she has spent a lot of time sitting on her bottom typing. So, and how much did you lose, Mary Ann?
I lost 22 kilograms
Yay.
doing SuperFastDiet. It's by far the easiest diet method I've ever tried. And the reason I put on weight, though, I think a lot of people will relate to, is it's because I had such a sedentary job. I used to have a very active job. I was in the fitness industry. I was marketing, but I was consulting, so I was moving around a lot. And I was a college lecturer for a while and a teacher. They're quite active jobs. And when I became an author and I was lucky enough to get published, you're spending a lot of time at the computer, a lot of time. And not only that, you're at home and it's really easy to go and grab things to eat because it's right there, you know. And so, and I had young children as well, so obviously put on a lot of weight during pregnancy and whatever. And you could start eating your kids' food, so you sort of, you know, your kids will have something, they won't finish it, so you'll finish it, in silly things like that. And you kind of, yeah, being an author means that I really did sit down. I was home and my children, you know, I just ate whatever they ate, and I got into some really bad habits. Yeah.
How did you feel when you were at your peak weight?
Really sad. It's awful carrying weight. It's an awful feeling. I know a lot of people out there would relate to it, but I remember really clearly one day I tried on everything in my wardrobe, everything. We were going to a ball. It was a school thing, you know, it was a ball. Didn't have to wear a ball dress, but it was, you know, had to dress up. And I thought, I'll wear a little black dress, which didn't fit. And so then I tried on everything, and my husband walked in and I was sitting on the bed crying because nothing fit me. And he said, look, surely you can wear something, try this, try that. And I just said, I can't go. I can't go. And I felt so, what'd you say, ashamed of myself. Like, how did you get so weak? What's wrong with you, you know? And I felt really middle-aged, and I felt really ugly and unattractive. And the funny part of this story is when I did actually get something on, I couldn't get it off, and I got stuck upside down in it. So, because it's too small, so it was all stretchy, and I was like all claustrophobic, having a panic attack, like freaking out, upside down in the dress. And my husband walked in again, dratted man, and of course I had a Saturday night knickers and everything, and he's walked in and just seen me upside down bottom in Saturday night knickers, and he had to get me out of it. Yeah, he had to get me out of this situation. And when he finally did get me out of that terrible sausage casing, I actually looked at him and said, we're never having sex again, are we? Because I look so disgusting. But anyway, that was a low moment.
But you did have sex again.
She's so naughty. Anyway, I lost 20 kilos. 22 kilos.
What did you try to lose weight before you discovered?
I've tried everything. That's a really good question for everybody out there.
Yes.
What's the weirdest thing you've ever actually tried? Because I tried the Israeli grapefruit diet. Had to live on boiled grapefruits and eggs.
And eggs.
I don't think I was very pleasant to be around.
Yuck.
I don't think there's any sex there either. Sorry, I'll behave. Anyway.
No, please don't behave.
Anyway, I've tried everything. I'm sure you've all tried lots of things out there too, but I really did look. I went to the gym. Look, you know,
You flogged yourself at the gym.
I flogged myself at the gym.
Yeah.
I did. I tried absolutely everything because
Yeah.
don't forget it's in the fitness industry too. So you know, but honestly, intermittent fasting was the thing that worked. He asked me questions about it. I could tell you everything about it now, but it's just the most fantastic way of dieting because you really do diet part time. Like for example, this weekend, I went to the football, my child's football game, and I had a sausage sandwich.
Love it.
Then we had a few afternoon drinks yesterday with neighbours.
Of course.
And then I think we had leftover pizza or something for dinner. Like just terrible, disgusting stuff you should eat, you know. But then today I'm fasting, you know.
Yep.
I'll do a 500 calorie day today and I'll lose weight this week. That's just, how good is that? So you actually have this fantastic life where you can pig out, go out, drink, party, and then Monday you're good. And maybe Wednesday as well, I'd say. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Jackie says it's the cheapest diet you'll ever do. We actually do have laughs about that, don't we? We go,
We do.
you save money because you don't eat nothing.
Yeah, it's free.
You don't go to the shops, save time. That's really easy, really.
It's really easy.
And it's very portable. You can take it with you because you just take nothing with you. Actually,
It's
you can
true.
eat.
It's
You can
true.
eat. In fact, it's amazing what you can eat. Michelle says she tried the cabbage soup diet.
Oh, you would have been lovely to be around, Michelle.
Yeah, that would have been a bit smelly.
It's terrible. But this is what you go to these extremes because you're so miserable
Yes.
and down on yourself.
Yeah.
And so you do all these extreme, terrible things.
Try anything.
And you're desperate. You're actually desperate. And what about if you find a dress that actually looks good and makes you look 10 kilos lighter?
Yeah.
You live in it. Every photo on Facebook, you're wearing that dress.
Yeah.
Because nothing else looks any good.
So how much have you lost now, Marianne?
I've lost 22 kilos.
Oh, yay.
Yeah. I'm turning a scary number this year. So
30.
30 again, twice I've turned 30.
Yeah.
Every decade I turn 30. And I'm actually, I'm going to Fiji with my family.
Wow, I
which is
didn't know that.
really nice.
That's great.
But I'm actually thinking I'd like to hit, I'd like to be 60 kilos. So at the moment I'm 65, so 5 more. And I just think, you know, I haven't been 60 kilos since my wedding day. So I'm telling you, if I can do this, you can all do it. And it's just the most, it's the most doable thing. That's the thing. It's not hard.
Trust me, I know what Marianne eats, and when she says if she can do it, you can do it, that is true.
I love food.
No offense, love.
I love drinks too. I like
We
everything.
all do. Yeah. Drinks, chocolates, you name it, pizza. Isn't that the best? Because you can still indulge in those foods
You can.
occasionally.
Yeah.
We don't recommend it all the time.
Oh no, that wasn't a
obviously.
normal day.
No,
That was a naughty
no.
feast day.
Yeah, yeah, but you can let your hair down, and
can.
you know
You
that's
can.
what life's like, isn't it? We'd love some more questions. Please ask Marianne anything you want. One of the questions that has come up, Marianne, is what is the difference between SuperFastDiet and what's commonly known as the 5-2? Would you like to answer that question?
Look, all these other sort of ways of doing it, you might have actually, some people out there have tried intermittent fasting and it didn't work for you. I know the first time I tried it, I really didn't know what I was doing and it didn't, I really was eating too much still, you know, like especially on the feast days. I mean, it was a bit out of control as I can get. And so, you know, when you're doing that, when you're sort of not really focused on it and you don't have a program to follow, it's actually pretty hard. Whereas if you're actually following an actual program and you've got people to talk to, we've got the most fantastic group on Facebook that everybody chats to each other and we swap recipes and ideas and, you know, this is what I ate today for 500 calories. You'll be so surprised what you can get on a 500 calorie day. There's a lot in it. But to be an actual program, and it's really holistic as well. It's got super food and super life and super fast. So your super fast is all about how you fast. Your super food is about incorporating lots of really fantastic, delicious food, as well as really highly nutritious food, and I promise you wonderful recipes. And then there's super life, which is really holistic. And we've got Dr. Happy there, and he's just really inspirational, and he really helps you get that mindset right with what you really, really need to do.
That's right. And what's commonly known as 5-2 is just one of many methods of intermittent fasting. So we actually encourage our members to try different methods. And I think you started with the part day, didn't you?
I've done all the methods, the 3 methods. I've even comboed them up. My favourite still is part day. So I just eat 12 o'clock to 8 o'clock. That's what I do. And I find it really easy. And I know a lot of people out there are thinking, oh, but I've got to have breakfast, It's actually not true. I used to force myself to have breakfast because I got told that.
That's one of the big myths.
It's not true. You don't need to have breakfast. And if you don't have breakfast, you're actually burning fat. You're getting your body in a state of ketosis. So how good is that? It's not hard. You have a cup of tea. I have a cup of tea.
Yes. Yeah, it's great. Yeah. Don't forget to share this video so that you can win a copy of our mag book. We call it a MOOC. And it's got loads of recipes in it and how to do SuperFastDiet. So just share this link and then write in the comments, share. Now, how do you know which method is right for you? That's another question we frequently get. And the answer is you don't know until you try. So I personally encourage people to try our 2-day method to start with, because I think that's a good place to start if you feel like you want to give it a go.
Yeah.
But I also encourage people to try the other methods and experiment. And a lot of it's pretty much equally split between the different methods.
Yeah.
There's no one method that works best. They all work equally well. And it just depends on your lifestyle, doesn't it?
That's right. I mean, when I wanted to do a real turbocharge for Christmas, I went on the 3 days. So you're doing 1,000 calories for 3 days a week, and then you eat normally the others. But because I really wanted to turbo it, I actually did part day the other 4. So I did 1,600 calories between 12 and 8 for 4 days a week, and then did 1,000 calories for 3 days a week. It's a lot of food. I know you're sitting there thinking, oh, 1,000 calories, that's not right. It's a lot.
If you're clever.
It's a lot.
And if you follow our plans, we've got lots of sample meal plans to show you just how creative you can be while it's not taking time, really simple, just knowing the high energy, high nutrient food, the biggest bang for your buck.
Yeah. I remember I actually did this one where I actually, instead of using noodles, I used konjac noodles in this recipe. And so I still put in like some cheese and some egg whites and stuff like that and some curry powder and everything else. But with these noodles, it was, the whole tray was 250 calories.
Yeah, crazy.
You can have a noodle bake for 250 calories. Yeah. And that lasted me all day.
Ask questions, just let us know that you're here. Ask anything you like. We're here to answer all your questions. And please share this link and we will choose a winner or 2 by the end of this video. Now, who shouldn't do intermittent fasting? Because intermittent fasting is not for everyone, and it's really important that we let you know that. So if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, you really shouldn't be doing intermittent fasting. If you are type 1 diabetic or have a history of any eating disorders, if you're underweight, intermittent fasting is not advisable. If you're under 18 years old, or a BMI under 20, or if you're on medication, any kind of strong medication, we really encourage you to talk to your GP first. Interestingly, most GPs now are so on board with intermittent fasting and are recommending it.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Well, look, there are some people that can't do it, but a majority of people can.
Yes.
And the results are just ridiculous. I've got all of my friends on it. They're all losing heaps of weight.
Yes.
I can't get my husband to do it, but he's a lost cause. But poor man. But all my friends are doing it. I've got one friend who's lost 24 kilograms.
That's amazing. And my son, who's 24, lost 30 kilos. He just
30?
completely... I know! He's like this big guy, big tall guy.
Yeah.
He was a chunky guy, but now he looks amazing.
Wow.
He wants a girlfriend.
Oh.
So if there's any single 24-year-old girls out there...
He's going to love you
pretty
for
hot.
that. Yeah. 30 kilos hotter.
Yeah, that's right. Dee says, do you follow low carb? In a very broad sense, Dee, yes, we do advocate low carb, but not to the extreme. We're big fans of the whole low carb, high fat, you know, the really good fats, the beautiful avocados and olive oils and coconut oil and a little bit of cream, a little bit of butter, and low carb, meaning you just cut, you know, you're not eating pasta all the time, or your rices or your toasts, your bread. So you just cut it down, but certainly not to an extreme level.
No, you know what I do? I just don't have it at night.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And I'll have like cauliflower mash, which is really, really yummy, or cauliflower rice, which is just getting rice in the blender. It's not that fancy. And things like that. And those cognac noodles, they're really, really good as well. So you can actually kind of cheat and you feel like you're actually eating carbs, but you don't have to actually eat carbs.
Zoodles.
Zoodles, you can
zucchini noodles.
invest in a zoodler. It's a thing.
A zoodler. That is a thing.
It is a thing.
And if you're lazy like me, you can actually buy it already prepared in Coles and Woolies, zoodled already.
You can. It's very lazy though.
That's right. And we also have a competition on our Facebook page called You're My Hero. So we are like, Marianne is a superhero. Previous Marianne is a superhero. We have so many superheroes in our group. There's a party going on already with everyone losing so much weight and supporting each other. And they are everyday real heroes. And there's so many just amazing, amazing people out there. We want you to nominate who's your personal everyday hero. It might be your mum, your daughter, your husband, your grandma, the next door neighbour. Nominate them, tell us why on our Facebook page, and they can get $250, and you can also get $250 if you win. So that's just running this week for our Superhero Week. Did you know that last Saturday was actually National Superhero Day?
Oh, I so wanted to dress up as Wonder Woman, but nobody wanted me to.
Love Wonder Woman. Andrea asks, how do you deal with flabby skin? Well, that is an excellent question.
It's a very personal question. Who says we got flabby skin?
That's a really good question. Like, obviously, if you lose a really large amount of weight, there is bound to be flabby skin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exercise helps though.
Yes, it does.
It does, you know, so you can tone up different muscle groups. You can, that really does help. Personally, to be honest, I didn't get flabby. I promise I didn't get flabby. I really didn't actually get that problem. So, you know, but if you do, you can also talk to your doctor about it, I suppose.
Yes. Probably 30 kilos or more, you might start getting a little bit of loose
that's true.
skin.
Yeah, maybe it'll happen if I hit 60 kilos. Well, that's scary.
Yeah. Well, you've done it pretty gradually. So
I have,
if you haven't got flabby skin now, you won't get flabby skin.
Yeah. Oh, I love you. Thank you.
But I know we have had one of our case studies. I'm sure she won't mind us saying, but Rebecca, if you have a look at Rebecca Ward on our case study page, Rebecca actually in total lost about 80 kilos. So she did feel a lot better. She actually did go and have her little things tightened up.
Yeah.
And she's so amazing now.
Yeah, she's so inspirational.
Yeah, but that was 80 kilos. That was a really,
that was
big
extreme. Yeah.
loss.
So brave.
But what made us just so thrilled and happy and heartwarm is that she said that, you know, she'd done Weight Watchers, she'd done, you know, all the other programs, but when she did SuperFastDiet, she had the confidence that this was it.
Yeah.
That she never was going to put the weight back on again, because now she knows she's nailed it.
Yeah.
And that's why she had the operation to remove the excess skin.
Yeah. And you know why you feel like that when you do it? It's because you really only have to do it part of the time. And I can't say that enough, because the rest of the time you're just you. And you just do whatever. And you're having fun and go out to lunch, you know. So it's really doable.
Yeah. Hey, Sammy. Sammy says,
She was watching.
oh, that's great.
Oh,
Thank you, Rebecca. Rebecca's watching. Lovely to see you, Rebecca.
Superhero.
Yeah, you are our superhero, Rebecca. Thank you. Sammy asks, how do you know how many calories you should eat on fast and feast days? Well, that is an excellent question, and it actually depends on what method you choose. So it varies by method, but we make it really simple for you. And also depends on your current weight, your age, your gender, etc. So when you enroll in SuperFastDiet, it's really simple. We give you a calculation and you choose the method, and we tell you how many calories to eat on feast and fast days.
It's a lot of calories. It's a
It
lot.
is a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
I mean,
right.
I'm having 1,600 on a part day. Even that, sometimes I don't eat it. It's a lot of calories.
That's what most of our super fasters say.
Yeah.
And then they say, do I have to eat it all? Well, no, you don't have to eat it all.
And there's so many delicious things that you can have that are really low calorie. I mean,
Yes. Yes, that's right. Exactly. So another question which is really get asked a lot is, can I still have my wine, or can I still have my chocolate or my alcohol? And yes, the answer is a resounding yes. Cheers to that. We are going to be wrapping up very, very soon, but please hang around, ask your questions, because we will be staying here. Even though we won't be on the video, we are going to be answering everybody's questions. We're going to be hanging around to do that, so that no question will be left unanswered, as much as we can possibly do that. So now that you know all of this, the big question is, how do you actually go about doing part-time dieting?
if I get Jen, should I go?
Yeah, sure.
I'm going to go
Okay.
because Jen's the expert.
Yay.
See you later.
Thanks, Marianne.
No worries.
Hello, everybody. Back again.
Back again. So the key is to understanding the methods, isn't it? And to find which one is right for you. How do you do that? And that's what we're going to show you on our next Facebook Live, aren't we, Jen?
We are. So that's one you don't want to miss for sure.
No. So
So-
that's tomorrow
Yep.
at 1 o'clock.
Yep.
Yes. And if you can't be live at 1 o'clock, that's fine, because you can just watch the replay at any time to suit you. Tanya asks, with intermittent fasting alone, would you expect a gradual weight loss, and how much would you expect to lose? Would you like to answer that, Jen?
Absolutely. Good question. So the average weight loss for a woman, for example, is around 0.5 kilo a week. But some of our SuperFast members have lost way more than that, much faster.
Incredible.
Incredible. I think I saw someone this morning that had lost 20 kilos in like 16 weeks or something.
Yeah.
So
Depends how much weight you've got to lose as
it
well.
does, yeah. You know what? And the other thing is that there's no right or wrong answer here, because everybody is different.
Yeah.
And some people lose. One lady put a post on the other day about a tortoise, because she's someone who loses a bit more steadily. For me personally, I lost 0.5 kilo like clockwork a week, pretty much. So every month I expected to lose 2 kilos. But others lose faster, others lose slower, and it doesn't matter. It absolutely doesn't matter. You know what? If you get the result, it's not a race. You don't actually have to get in there and lose it, faster than it or slower than anybody else. So it really is very individual, but they're the averages. Yeah.
Dee asks, can you do part day, or is 2 day better? Well, the answer is they're equally effective.
Yeah, which is a really exciting thing. All our 3 methods are equally effective as each other. So
And
it's
then we
right
have-
it suits you.
Sorry to interrupt. And then we actually have a 36-week program. And then you become a master faster.
That's right, and that's something else too, that the longer you stay with a group and in a program, the more likely you are to keep your results, because you've got that constant support and motivation and information, and it just keeps you on the straight and narrow. Really,
And you get more and more advanced as you go.
that's exactly right. I mean, Vicky and I were lucky because we had each other and we helped each other to stay on it and stay motivated, and of course we were doing all the research and so on. But really that's what makes it work, is to really be part of a community and a group that will really, really support you and have all the information for you. So we're going to be delving deeper into our weight loss journeys, and don't forget our quiz, of course, that is a downloadable today for you, and all the information about the diets and why they work and how to do them is in that downloadable today.
So if you want to know, is intermittent fasting or part-time dieting right for you, do the quiz.
Yeah, absolutely.
And please leave a comment, and we will respond to as many as we can. We'll try to do all of them, won't we, Jen?
We're going to do all of them.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And let us
Help you
know
out.
what you've tried before. We would love to know. Have you tried loads of things, and what has actually worked, if anything?
And those ones that haven't worked, like I love that cabbage diet.
I don't love that cabbage diet. So make sure you join us for part 2 tomorrow. As I said, if you can be here at 1 o'clock, that would be amazing. We can answer your questions live. If not, just watch the replay. We'll put the link in. And we will be sharing loads of practical how-to tips. Plus, we have 2 really great bonuses for you. You don't want to miss it. And share your learnings from today. What were your gems? What were your light bulb moments?
You want to win that. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's
We'll
just
be
packed
giving
with
quite a
beautiful
few of those magazines away. So share in the comments what you've learnt. If you've got any of those takeaways, we'd love to hear them. What are your gems? So we don't want you to miss tomorrow. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
Keep
you so
commenting,
much.
and we'll see you tomorrow.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.